Thank you for calling the Patient Players. This is Daniel. How can I direct your podcast? Welcome to the Patient Players podcast. This is episode 76. This is your April the 5th edition of the Patient Players podcast. I'm your host, Daniel, joined by my wonderful co-host, Jordan. How you doing, Jordan?
No, I'm not Jordan. I'm confused. I didn't know if I was supposed to be the caller or if you were going to have some kind of voice come out of nowhere, or if you were going to be the caller. So I was like waiting with bated anticipation.
It's just our friendly backup recording bot, Craig, just steps in and just starts a robocall.
I would love it if a voice just came out where it's like that cliche YouTube one that people use for all their YouTube videos when they don't want to buy a mic.
Just pull up Notepad and type out.
This is a caller to the Patient Players.
You can email us at we have been trying to reach you about your video games.
Oh my word. The insurance policy on your video games is about to expire.
Alrighty, this
Best Buy
is a
does
video
that.
game podcast. Oh, really?
Yeah. When you buy a game, they're like, hey, you want insurance on this? And I'm like, no.
I turned down insurance on something I bought. What was it? What did I just buy that I had to turn down insurance on? Oh, the router I bought, I think. Was that it?
Was it your PS5?
I don't remember. Oh, no, it was our scooter. That's right. We went to go buy a scooter.
Excuse me? You got a scooter and then you got insurance scooter?
No, I
insurance?
I didn't get scooter insurance.
Oh.
It was offering me on my $60 scooter from Target. It was like, hey, do you want an insurance on this?
What on earth?
Oh boy. We forgot to talk about the podcast. We talk about video games here. If you're new, welcome. We love that you're here. We're going to go over a few topics about what we played this week and then go through some of the emails that you guys write us in over at
Well, we played these past 2 weeks, actually. Yeah. Thank goodness for the bi-weekly episode thing, because this stuff has actually happened in the past 2 weeks for me to actually talk about this time. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm not experienced yet at the bi-weekly life. But that's the Patient Players bi-weekly podcast. I should just call it that from now on.
Oh, no.
PPBWP.
Oh, I like it. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's like a limited liability company.
Very smoothly.
PPBWP.
Yep, we do insurance. We do video game insurance.
Which is funny because that whole calling skit that I did at the beginning was because I was an insurance salesman for a while. So
nice.
It actually works out. Oh, boy. How's your week, Jordan? How are your 2 weeks? Oh my gosh, I'm already messing up again.
I know. Oh, they've been wonderful. I've been I've had a little bit of variation for the first time since I started playing Hades. Which how long ago was that? Has it been like 3 or 4 weeks since I started?
I think this is the third podcast we're talking about Hades. So that would be the 4 weeks with the bi-weekly.
Okay, yeah. Sweet. So yeah, for the first time in 4 weeks, I've had other things to play besides Hades, and it's been kind of nice.
My wife wants to know, how was your Fortnite?
Jordan has a Fortnite, not in Fortnite. Oh man, I bought a Fortnite skin this week actually. Not with
okay.
money. My account had some V-Bucks already on it.
What? Like buy this account from someone? What do you?
No,
already had V-Bucks on it?
No, because I had the battle pass last semester, battle pass semester, whatever you call it.
It's called the season, I believe.
Yeah, last season. Thank you. So I had the exact amount as from like rewards to get the skin that came out this week, which is the meme man guy, like the stonks
man.
Yeah, it's just that guy, and his name is Diamond Hands. HANZ is his last name. In honor of the whole stock memes that are going on. So I'm like, right. I gotta get this. I had the points, and I was like, okay, it's Destiny, the exact amount. Yeah.
No. Destiny's a different game.
Yeah, it wasn't Destiny. I was like, this is not Destiny, so I'm getting this skin. It's pretty cool, actually. I was pretty excited for that.
That is cool. Do we want to jump into some of our games for the week?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, my weeks.
How have your weeks been? Yeah, how have your weeks been?
My weeks?
Don't just ask me about my weeks. I want to know about your weeks.
This is a long time. There have been some ups and some downs. I feel like I've lived a whole life in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Sorry. Check the chat for a beautiful rendition of Diamond Hands.
Yes, I saw some people complaining about him on Reddit. Apparently, people don't like when you take a meme and you make it like a corporate thing that you make money off of.
Oh.
People don't like that.
I was fine with it.
I think he looks great.
I think he's
I think
beautiful.
Diamond Hands looks great.
Yep. A little raggedy.
Boy, what even happened these 2 weeks? They've been like I've cut back a lot on stuff. Like I stopped playing D&D and also stopped a few other activities outside of the home because we were getting real busy with life. And then now we're like getting caught up on life.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually we'll start doing things again. So it's like this weird interim period where it's been like 1 week and I'm like not doing a lot. I'm doing a lot of wedding planning for both a little bit for your upcoming wedding, but also for a friend of mine that's getting married at the end of the month who putting together a bachelor party for him. So a lot of phone calls. I'm scheduled for my COVID vaccine. That's cool.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard that they're like, I had another friend explaining to me how he was trying to like sign up for his. It sounded like he was explaining to me like trying to buy a PS5 or something.
That's the exact same comparison I was going to use.
The next gen vaccine, you gotta put it in your cart across 3 different websites.
Yeah, like honestly, it triggered all of the same brain parts for me. Like I have an app on my phone that's tracking it. I'm getting text message notifications when there's appointments available.
Oh my goodness.
Was like, it's like I'd be in a work meeting and I'd hear like a ding. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta get it. Just like with the PS5 or the
That's hilarious.
RTX video cards. It felt the same way, even down to the point where like there's the official way to get them in Texas, which is the government has like a website you can go to and sign up for appointments, but those won't go out like immediately. But then third party pharmacies and stuff are also selling them. And so the grocery chain here in Texas, HEB, that's so wonderful, has
HEB. Oh wow.
Yeah, they have a pharmacy and they had dosages available, but they're all the appointments we're taking. But I had heard like, oh, hey, some of the people who were able to get it before it was publicly available to everyone, people who had like underlying conditions and stuff, were telling me like, oh yeah, I showed up at my appointment, but there were other people that would just like come with their spouse and get it, or like, oh, you know what, like we had someone at 12 that had booked and never showed up, so I have this extra dose, so just here, take it. Like,
I see.
I was like, oh yeah, just like call them late in the day and maybe they'll have some dosages. But apparently enough people were doing that they were like, no, we cannot schedule anything over the phone. We do not take walk-ins. Like,
whoa.
They were very. I even called a couple different places and they all directed me to their websites, which were all full. So I was like, well, how am I going to get this?
Jeez.
And this HEB website was awesome. It was honestly like the best stock tracking website I've ever been on, where like it refreshes every like 5 to 10 seconds, every store in the state. And it's like, oh, there's 2 dosages like 250 miles away in another city. And I'm like, but then they had a way that you could put in an address and it would automatically open the reservation page and make a noise if one became available within a certain mileage that you got to select.
Holy crap, I was like, dude, this is insane.
I was like, I'm willing to go like 25 miles from my home. And so it took me 45 minutes of trying, of like sitting at my computer, and it would be like, ding, and a window would open up and I'd be like, reserve. And it would be like, we're out. And then I would do that again. It took me 45 minutes, but I finally got one that was like somewhat near my house.
That's crazy. Because, like with consoles, you're literally going against scripting bots. I assume there's no scripting bots for people trying to get vaccines.
Not yet. I mean, maybe by now, but this was the first day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this was the first day that they were available. So hopefully no one had scripted it that fast.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness. But, man, well, that's a fun experience. I had a similar experience to that in the past few weeks, actually. It wasn't for a vaccine, but in a way, it was a vaccine for my soul.
Equally as important, if I know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. It was indeed it was my dosage that I needed of Animal Crossing, which is,
that's more like a slow drip of heroin than it is a vaccine.
It's absurd the level of effort I had to go through to get access to this new content that they released. Absolutely absurd. 100% Nintendo stank turd. But according to Target, because it's a Target exclusive, you had to wake up on launch day, add it to your cart in the app, and then go pick it up using their store pickup. Like, you weren't allowed to go in the store and just grab it. You had to reserve it. So I woke up. It was only 8 a.m., so it wasn't a big deal. I was ready. I had the page open. I added it to cart. Boom, gone within minutes of it. I'm like, I'm trying to get a pack of trading cards, themed from Hello Kitty, and they just sold out in 2 minutes. Like, what is going on here? And so, but I did a good think, because I was like, now, there's always people out there, they add it to their carts, some payment doesn't work, maybe the system like takes them out of stock once the payment doesn't go through a certain amount of times, or maybe they release the stock in waves. So I kept trying for another like 15 minutes, and again, all of this for a pack of cards, and I felt like I was also trying to get like a console. I just wanted the new furniture in my Animal Crossing game, and I had to do this. Eventually,
think of our audience. Can you explain what actual gameplay relevant features come with this pack of trading cards?
None whatsoever. It's for decorating your house. It's like a couch, a rug. These things were very hot. Like, I think someone did the math, and like there was estimated maybe like 144,000 of them being sold across the country in Target stores. This game sold 9 million copies. So, you can imagine there was demand. And then, of course, the day of, there was dozens of pictures of people walking into Targets that didn't obey the rules and just grabbing like 10 of them and buying all 10 of them when they're not even supposed to be on the shelf. And people are like, I got the cards, and then going on eBay and selling them for $50 when they should be $6. But anyways, 15 minutes later, I got it back in my cart. It's back in stock, and I'm like, oh, yes, this is it. Add it to cart. Checkout. Checkout said, no, sorry, it's not available. And so I'm like, okay, checkout. Like, it didn't like boot me out of the page. It was like still on the checkout page. It was like a pop-up that said not available. It said checkout, not available. Checkout, not available. Checkout, not available. Checkout, 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 checkout. Loading. Congratulations, your order's been placed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I hadn't known to sit here and hit the checkout button maybe 15 or 16 times, even though I'm getting an error message, I wouldn't have gotten them.
That sounds exactly like when I got my PS5. Remember that whole thing where I had to do it through like the phone app because the button doesn't get disabled on the phone app?
Yep.
Like, that was the exact same experience I had trying to get my
next gen console. Makes sense. Animal Crossing Hello Kitty cards does not make sense. I told my not my girlfriend, my fiance, I was like, I've never thought I would be this excited to snag some Hello Kitty merchandise. Like, I was heckin' stoked that I got these, and I got 2 of them because it's max 2 per customer.
Animal Crossing is a gateway drug, dude. You're already buying Hello Kitty. I mean, what's next? Like designer purses? I don't know what the next step is.
Well, I mean, they released an Animal Crossing makeup set, which also sold out very quickly. I did not try to get that one, but the trading cards. I mean, it's. I'm just so happy I got them. Like, it's crazy that I could get them, and I was so happy that. I'm so happy I kept hitting the checkout button when it kept saying no. Like, I feel so bad for everyone else out there who would have gotten the pop out and been like, I missed it, and given up.
There's got to be some losers in this world, Jordan. Some people didn't get the butt rug.
That's so sad. I want everyone to get the butt rug. I've thought about doing a giveaway on Reddit. A lot of people are doing giveaways who did get the cards.
And it's a thing where you can like order multiple copies of your item, right?
That's right. Yep.
Okay. Is it like once you have it, you can order more?
No, it permanently adds it to your catalog, so I can order as many as I want.
But if you gave it to someone else, does it add it to their catalog?
It does not. They made it so you cannot.
You're the dealer.
Yes. So in the game, usually you can like drop some nice furniture. They can pick it up and then drop it again, and then they can go order their own. With this special Hello Kitty furniture, you pick it up. It does not add it to their catalog. They do not get the new content.
Here's your free sample. You got to come back to me for more butt rug.
Yep. You have to go buy your own cards, says Nintendo, and then doesn't bother to make enough cards for everyone.
As if Animal Crossing wasn't sketchy enough with like the mob boss Tom Nook like holding debt over everyone else. Now you're out there dealing butt furniture. What is this?
Yes, dude, and the whole furniture set has butts. Like the couch on the back of the dog couch is a little doggy butt. On the back of the chair is a little doggy butt. I'm like, this is amazing.
This was made for you.
And to make it even better, like I said, I got 2. I'm holding on to the second one, not to scalp, just in case I ever run across someone who's like, yeah, I heard that they had these and I'm really sad I missed out, just in case. But apparently my Target account also had like $6 of credit for some reason. I have no idea why. So really, I got 2 for the price of 1, which was a wonderful surprise. But yeah, so there you go. You got a vaccine, and I got some Hello Kitty trading cards.
I also got a new Wi-Fi router that I installed with Wi-Fi 6, which is like the new fancy speedy standard.
That's awesome.
I only have 2 Wi-Fi 6 enabled devices in my home. One of them is my fancy laptop, and the other one is my Oculus Quest 2. So
the PS5 doesn't have the 6th Wi-Fi?
Oh, it does. I forgot that I had a PS5.
Okay.
Even though that was the whole thing of last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't have PS Plus, so I'm not like playing online with people.
That's fair.
But anyways, I got this new fancy Wi-Fi router because I wanted to do the wireless Steam Link thing where I don't have the cable. And I was hearing people say that Wi-Fi 6 can be so good that it's actually lower latency than even a USB cable in some instances, which like blows my mind that my router could be faster to transmit video than a USB cable. A
USB-C cable, right?
It's USB 3 to USB-C is what I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know. So it looked great. It looked amazing. But I think this is something about my network that I have to bug fix, which is like everything with every time I put on the Oculus, I spend 45 minutes bug fixing and 15 minutes playing.
Yeah.
And
which is kind of a self-defeating, not prophecy, but self-defeating in a way, because Oculus is kind of the one that tries to make it as simple as possible for everyone to get into it as quickly as possible.
Well, it's all on me, right? If I just bought their games on their store and played them on my Quest, it would be great.
You're just a power user, so with power users come power responsibilities.
My power responsibilities have kind of made me not like playing VR, and I'm like, I used to love VR. I should just go back to playing the games normally with a USB cable and not try to do all this stuff. Because what I found was there's 2 things that were really frustrating me, because we hit the 1-year anniversary of Half Life Alyx coming out, and I have not played more than like 3 hours of that game. And
that's crazy. It's been a year already. Wow. Was it really a quarantine game?
Yes.
Dang.
Yes, it was pretty early in the quarantine.
Okay.
So I ended up buying that because they had it 40% off for the 1-year anniversary. So I got it for like $36 or something instead of $60. So remember, I was playing that borrowed copy before, but now I own it. And so I was like, let's give it another fair shot. Like everyone is talking about how amazing this game is, and they're coming out with people are making mods in the engine where if you own the game, you can play a VR version of like some crazy game. Like I'm trying to think of an example. Someone was just talking about this. I'll think about it later.
You're saying just using the engine just because it's a nice engine? Just
meaning, yeah, like it's a good source VR engine, and so it's the kind of thing where you can go to the Steam Workshop and just download a mod, and then you run the mod, and it's like a completely different game.
Oh, it has Steam. I didn't realize it had Steam Workshop. That's huge. I'm actually like I shouldn't be surprised that they did that, but I am surprised that they did that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I bought the game and I was like, okay, let's give this another fair shot, and I booted it up, but I was trying it wirelessly using the virtual desktop because I have the new fancy router. And it was working great, but every like 45 seconds, it would just hitch. And like, it sucked. It was like fine when it wasn't hitching. But I think something on my network must be like spiking in network traffic. And I have no idea what it is. Because if it's capable of doing it smoothly for long periods of time and then occasionally hitching, to me, that sounds like an interruption. It's not like something else. Whatever. The technical details aren't important. The point is, eventually I got sick of it. And I just put the plug in. But the reason I got sick of it was actually not because of the network. It was because of Half Life Alyx. Because I remembered why I stopped playing that game last time I stopped playing it. It's because I don't know if this is like I Googled it, and this is apparently not a common glitch. I only found one other person with this problem. But every time I equip a gas mask, it crashes my game.
That seems unfortunate.
And so I'll start a level, I'll go in and I'll be like, oh, a gas mask, and I'll forget about it, and I'll just hold it up to my face, and then everything crashes.
Oh no.
It's like two like Steam VR home menu.
That's crazy. That's a good reason to stop playing for a while.
I don't think you need the gas mask though. I mean, maybe in some level you do, but like in general you don't. So I just went past it and just kept playing the level, and I was like, okay, this game's pretty fun so far. And then I realized that I wanted it to be fun, but if I'm real, I really hope the game gets better, because so far it's been like 4 hours of walking forward, a head crab's there, shoot it 4 times with a pistol, walk forward some more. Like that's been the whole game. And it's like trying to give off this horror vibe. And it's like the first level where there are head crabs, it's like, there are head crabs. And then you realize like, oh, you just shoot them 4 times and they're dead. And if they get you, it's like, head crab, bam, bam, bam. Okay, they're dead. And like that's been the whole game so far. And so I'm really hoping it gets more interesting.
It has to get better at some point though, right? Like the reviews are crazy for it. It can't just be people being like, it's a Half-Life game, so it's good. I would hope.
But the same thing.
Keaton had great reviews for it.
The same thing happened to me with actual Half-Life 2, where I played like 3-4 hours of that game, and I just got kind of bored of it, which is weird because some people say that's the best game ever made. So like, maybe something's wrong with me. Realistically, I think it gets better. Okay. Pessimistically, I think that maybe a bunch of people bought VR to play Half-Life Alyx and had never played a good VR game before.
That's a great point. Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sitting over here and I just love climbing around in Boneworks, right? Like I even booted up Boneworks to climb around a bit. I was like, this is so fun. So I'm wondering if that's it. But that's the extent of my VR experience this week. These 2 weeks, I'll probably keep playing Half-Life Alyx a little bit just to see what the hype is about, man. I just want to get there. But I'm going to exclusively do it plugged in with a USB cable because when I have 2 hours to play a game, I don't want to spend an hour and a half troubleshooting, bug killing. What word am I thinking of?
Troubleshooting works.
Debugging. Anyways, debugging.
De-shooting.
The spikes in my network lag. That's been my VR experience.
Yeah, I bet that's annoying. Man, I've been messing around with Steam Link a lot lately, just because I've had reasons to want to stream to even like being in the same house, being in a different house, and I know that there's been times where it's like perfectly smooth, like you're saying, for like a few minutes. And then it gets to a point where it's like, bleh, 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 and then back to being perfectly smooth. And it's like, wow, this really, like those few seconds really do almost ruin the entire experience of this. Yeah. And I can't imagine that being in virtual reality where when things start to glitch up, like it's really jarring. So
and you're
jarring.
talking about remote play, not Steam Link, right? Because Steam Link is the VR one.
Steam Link is the VR. I thought Steam Link was like the physical one.
The Steam. Wait, I'm thinking of the Oculus Link. Never mind.
Okay.
Steam Link is the physical box.
Yeah, because I still have that, which I can't believe they discontinued. I don't understand. That thing's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I guess just no one really wanted it. It's weird.
I've been using mine. It works great. They recently released an app onto the Mac App Store. So on your Mac, you can just straight up boot into Steam on a different computer, which is so cool. But yeah, that jarring experience really takes you out of it.
I found that using the Steam Link app on the Apple TV was significantly worse than just using the Steam Link on the physical box. There's nothing that beats the box.
Yeah, I've also noticed that. Like the other ones can work great. I switched to the box. The box is phenomenal. And I'm like, why did they stop selling this? I don't understand. I'm scared to use the box and like rely on it because I'm afraid at any point they can be like, we don't sell this anymore. Why should we support it anymore? It doesn't make sense. So I'm legitimately worried about that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I've been streaming a lot of Hades, and that's where jarring experiences can be really, really bad in a fast-paced.
The game has a lot of effects, a lot of particle effects that move very quickly.
Yeah, so it runs. I forget that I'm streaming it when I use the Steam Link box until it blips every like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I just hit the pause button and I sit there on the menu and wait until the connection thing goes away, and then it works perfectly fine again. It's crazy.
Why don't you just play it on the Switch?
Because I want the Steam achievements, and there are some that only pop when you meet the criteria as it happens. It's not like retroactively. But surprise, surprise, Daniel, as of today, I tried so hard. I tried so incredibly hard to get this done by today. I got all of the achievements for Hades. I officially am Hades beat 'em man. Win the game, my dude.
Wow. Okay. So that means you've gotten a little further even than I have. So I have not I don't know what the achievements are, but I'm still missing one of the hidden aspects, and I have not done the cutscene at the end with the full relationships.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But I have heard of the cutscene because Marion was doing it when she got there, when she was next to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did it. Like I got that today, and I was like, I think I'm done with this game. Like, I think I'm done. Just like
that makes sense.
Forever. I through this experience, I learned that this game is phenomenal, like everyone says, but it has one thing about it that I think is absolutely terrible, and I hate it with a fiery passion, and it is so frustrating. And I've mentioned it before. It's how they drip feed you the story.
Okay.
So slowly. Here I am. So a few days ago, I finished my 90th run. And I had just beaten the boss for the 40th time. So what we even that's like a 45% win rate at that point or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. So like beating the game got really, really old, and the only reason I was doing it was because I wanted to just go back and like complete the story, especially for the achievements. You know, it was just like, and when each run takes an average of 17 to 25 minutes, you know, like it's a long grind. I got really, really tired of playing the game because I had beaten it 40 times already. Where I got after the 90th run, I was like, I am so tired of like actually playing this game just to get a few lines of dialogue. And like there are still things that I don't care about anymore. Like the Dusa relationship storyline thing. Like I just never got that. I got her hearts all the way to full, but the thing just never procced because it's like random or whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of playing the game just to get back and experience more story. Or to the point I got where I would start a run and just immediately kill myself. Just so it refreshes everyone's dialogue. And I did that like 35 times. No, 35 times. I did that 35 times in the past 2 days just to get the game going. Because I imagine if I had actually put effort in on those 35 times 20 minutes, like there's no point in beating the game in the first place. So it was very, very frustrating.
This is a completely alien mindset to me, which is fascinating to listen to. In that what if you like playing the game?
I did for the first 90 times.
Then when you don't like playing the game anymore, then stop playing the game. You already beat it.
I want the story. I don't want the gameplay. Like the story should have been finished by the time I played the game 90 times. Surely.
But it is like there's a cut-off point where you don't get every piece of dialogue in Fallout or Skyrim, right?
I'm not talking about every piece of dialogue. I'm talking about just like main storylines. It took me, I started killing myself at 90, up to 125 to finish like the last of someone's quest that I needed to do for one of the achievements. It was Sisyphus, I think. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like It was incredibly frustrating, and like I'm glad that I'm done with it, and I know that there's this great game I can come back to when I want to play it, and that's great, especially on Switch now because there's no achievements for me to get. But man, it was frustrating because I wanted more story. Like if there was a way, and I don't know how they would have fixed it.
I think you're looking for the wrong thing, man. Like I think that they made a great game, and I think that beating it 10 times to get the end credits is totally reasonable, and you have the majority of the story at that point finished. And if you're someone who loves the game so much that you want to keep playing, they're going to reward you with little tidbits still further and further. But at that point, they're just keeping you engaged in the world while you're playing the game that you enjoy playing. And as soon as you stop, you stop. And like the fact that you wanted to get all of the achievements is like, okay, well, that's a dedication to play the game differently than most people. Like you're grinding it out, right? Like the difference between somebody that 100% in like Breath of the Wild, right? Like that's like complaining that they have 900 Korok seeds. It's like, I'm supposed to get 900 Korok seeds and spend 3 months of my life playing Zelda. It's like, no, you don't have to, right? Like no one's expecting you to do that.
That is a great reason to complain, though.
Why is it a reason to complain that there's extra content for those who want to do it? If you don't want to complete it, you don't have to.
That's a fair point. I like for the people who haven't gotten bored of the game after beating it or playing it 90 times. I'm glad that they have more content to look forward to, and that's great for them. But for someone who did get tired of the gameplay after 90 times, but still wanted to complete like the base game content, it did turn in. It became a total grind, and it was just it became a frustrating grind. And I wish that they'd have like, I don't know, the cutoff point, like, you know, at 50 wins, 40 wins, whatever. By that point, you've experienced like the main story, and then you can keep playing for these little tiny tidbits that don't actually matter. I feel like that'd be the way to do it. But forcing me to play to get like still main pivotal story points with these characters, like, no, I'm done with the game at this point. Y'all need to. Maybe I just needed to die more or something. Well, maybe they expect people to die more.
You liked Meg a lot, right? Or that was like one of your favorite characters?
Yeah.
I imagine you got her storyline completion fast, right?
Yes, I think hers was the first one.
Right. So like that's because you went out of your way to give the items that you got to her to see that story, right? So like the stories that you're interested in and the characters you're interested in, they do give that to you faster. It's the ones that you have to go back and do later once you've already beaten the game that take a long time. I think honestly that there's this whole thing is like one little mindset flip, and it's just a matter of viewing the achievements, right? It's like getting the achievements or getting all the main stories for the characters as like a nice to have versus a part of the base game, as you were saying it. Like if I view those as additional side content versus like this is the game Hades, then it's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like if I'll get the ones I'm interested in, and as when I stop having fun, I stop playing. Like I have played more than 1 or 2 runs in the last like month or two because I haven't felt like it, even though there are still some characters that like I'd like to know how that story ends, and I'll go back to them at some point.
Okay, that's fair. See, now I'm going to toot my horn a little bit. Sure. I'm going to make a claim. I think I'm just too good at the game. There you go. I said it.
There you go.
I said it. Yeah,
that's it. That's definitely
I have friends who have over 150 hours in this game. I'm done playing it at 50 hours, like a third of the time, and they also have all the achievements. So I feel like maybe they just expect you to die more, which means you play more to beat it as many times as I did.
I definitely got that, where I think you mentioned this before when we did our deep dive in Hades, where it's like, oh, I beat the game, and so it's like I'm still getting dialogue that assumes the game's not over.
Yes,
because I didn't get to it fast enough. Like I was getting a lot of that stuff too. I think we both kind of beat it a little fast. I also have a not quite 100%, but I have a fully completed game that might shock you.
Oh, that's exciting.
As of today, as of this afternoon, I have defeated every single campaign duel of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution.
Oh, that's huge.
For all 6 animes, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. No, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, 5Ds, Zexal, ArcV, and the last one is the Link one. What's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but all 6 of the animes, I have played through the campaign on all of them. I have done the reverse count as the duel.
Okay, I was going to ask you did the flip one too for all of them?
The first 4 are done. The 5th one's almost done, and then I just have to go through the 6th one in reverse duels, and I will have 100%ed all of the campaign of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is insane. I never thought I would get there. I have played this game obsessively, like on and off, but I swear the last like 3 weeks have been bad. I've played it so much, like every night I'll be in bed playing it. Like I don't know why. I've been watching YouTube videos about Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been learning about cards that don't even exist in the game because they came out after the game, but they're in the current meta of the trading card game.
That's sad. Do they update the game, or do you think they will update the game?
They did once, but I don't think they will anymore. They have the phone app, the Duel Links one is the one that's like their online one.
Yeah.
And then there's another online card game that's hosted through like their website, but I think those you have to pay for the card packs. I'm not sure.
Website?
I don't know how it works. I'm watching these YouTube videos of these like strategies and stuff, and they're like, oh, this card's only released in the online card game. It's not released in the trading card game yet. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't even know where this online card game is.
Wow, that's wacky. Oh my goodness.
But I think that like if I keep enjoying it as much as I've been enjoying it, I think I am going to go for the 100%, which would be all the duels and reverse duels, all of the challenge duels, which you unlock after you beat them in the campaign, which are like actually difficult meta decks for each character. And then they have the cards, right? I have most of the cards at this point. Like I might go for all of them.
Nice.
Which is crazy because there are like literally hundreds of thousands, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was like 30,000, I think.
Yeah, not hundreds of thousands, like 30,000. Yeah. So
that's a lot of cards.
A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh going on in my household.
Oh my goodness. What are you going to do? Like, surely you're going to get tired of it at some point, right? Or are you just going to play like complete online forever, making decks? I guess
I don't know.
That could last for years with 30,000 options of cards to choose from.
I've been playing online. I have been playing online a couple times. I have this deck right now, which I love, and I've played against our friend Sam, and it was very fun. So the thing is that Sam likes playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but doesn't have as much time as I do, so he's only built one deck. And so it's like when we used to play Pokemon and you had one team of Pokemon where it's like, okay, I can either build my deck entirely to counter what I know he's going to do, or I can try to not do that and just build my deck. But then his deck is this very specific one. Yeah, it's a control deck that stops you from doing anything with any cards in your graveyard. And so like
that's rough.
I'll build a deck that's really fun, but I'm like, I can't play Sam with this deck because he's just going to use that control deck and I won't be able to do anything against it. So there's
a way of sharing like deck lists, isn't there? Like
you can take a picture of them.
Oh, okay. And then you have to recreate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But and he'd also have to go unlock the cards that are in the deck recipe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I built one recently that's like it's built entirely around the idea of tributing a monster. So you're like destroying it to do really powerful effects. But it has this one particular card that allows you once a turn to tribute one of your opponent's monsters, which is really good.
Oh yeah, free resources.
Tributing does not count as destroying or targeting. It's a completely different effect. So
things don't trigger?
And there's a lot of monsters that are very powerful that are immune to destruction, or they're immune to targeting, or they do things when you target them. And this ignores all of that. I just get to tribute them and remove them from the field and then do my effect with them. It's so fun.
That's really good. Oh my goodness.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't want to talk about it anymore, but I've been playing so much Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's cool. Hey, Hearthstone had an update. Speaking of card games. Yeah.
Okay, how's Hearthstone?
I haven't played it very much because I'm trying not to get burned out on it because I bought it's like battle pass thing again, which by the way, last expansion's battle pass, only $20, net me 85 card packs. So $20 for
packs?
Yes, $20 for 85 card packs. Phenomenal. Hearthstone is becoming incredibly easy to get into for players who don't want to spend all of their money on a game, and it makes me so happy. And the whole core set thing, again, I hate that word because it sounds like a corset. The core set of the game is also a phenomenal change. Any person who just logs into Hearthstone right now, boom, they have access to all of these incredible cards from the past 5 years just for free. They just get them. They just have them to use until they change them out next year. And I was going through them and I was like, these are all like really, really good. Like you could just build a deck out of these ones and it would be viable. And I'm like, did they really just make this game like you could just log on and it's not 100% pay to win anymore? Or you can buy like the $20 battle pass and play it for an expansion to get 90 card packs for the next expansion. They're doing such incredible things and it makes me so happy. And then soon they have like their take on Slay the Spire, whatever that's called, like Hearthstone Mercenaries.
Oh, is it like you're building a deck as you go through like a series of challenges or whatever?
Yeah, they haven't said like barely anything about it, but it's going to be like a completely different way of playing the game. Just in terms of still being a card game, but it's not anything like the main game. So I love where Hearthstone is going. It makes me so happy. But in terms of the expansion that just came out, I have like nothing to say because I've played it like 3 times. Because again, I'm like saving all that oomph and happiness for when I have daily quests to do to level up my battle pass.
I just launched the game so I can get these cards, and a lot of things are happening on my screen.
Yeah, I have an alt account, so I logged in too to see what it was like for just random people, and it was like pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up, and I'm like,
okay, I quit the game. It's
gosh.
Like these cards have changed. I'm like,
it's too much. Alt F4, Alt F4. Oh, I mean, I
Sweet.
really wish Yu-Gi-Oh had deck sharing. That deck sharing,
that's a good feature.
I again, another thing that no one ever would have thought they would add to Hearthstone because it's too like player friendly. Like,
Here's a question. What if I launched Yu-Gi-Oh as you and then unlocked all these cards and built you a deck?
yeah, no, I told you before, I'd be down for that.
That sounds good. Except I don't think it has cloud saving, which is the worst.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think my save is backed up anywhere.
It doesn't.
I honestly, here's my new strategy.
Well, that sucks.
So I've played so much of this game, and I sometimes like sitting at my computer and playing in docked mode, and I was like, this has got a PC version, right? That's probably more popular. There's probably more people playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been on sale on Steam a few times, and I'm like, but then I'd have to go unlock everything again. And I've spent like over 100 hours in this game, like so much time in this game. I'm not going to unlock them again. Here's the thing.
Cheat
On a
code.
PC, you can cheat. you can edit the save file. But the thing is, it's like I didn't want to go in and individually turn on which cards I had and which cards I didn't, because I have like 20,000 cards.
Yeah, that would be very annoying.
And I was like, I want to just give myself all the cards. I want to unlock them, right? But here's the thing. I've almost unlocked all the cards.
There you go.
So if I just unlock all the cards and beat the entire campaign forwards and backwards, then I can just go into the save file and just set the game as 100% complete, and it'll have 2 matching save files.
That is a good point.
So if I'm still interested in playing Yu-Gi-Oh! After I've beaten the entire game front and back and unlocked every card,
Oh, you'll come back to it at some point.
I'll probably buy it on Steam and then just download a save that's fully complete with everything.
I wish I had bought it on Steam now then, instead of Switch.
We'll wait for a good sale. We'll get it, and then I'll send you a save file that has decks and stuff.
Tasty sale.
Yep. Moving on, just before we don't spend too long on today's episode, we've got, let's see here. Talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! And the VR stuff. We have been playing some more Valheim. I mentioned getting that Valheim server set up on the Pi, and
it worked pretty well.
Yeah, we just booted up as a team for the first time. Was that 2 nights ago?
Yes.
I think that was great. Yeah, April Fool's.
Yeah.
April 1st day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good.
It ran really well. You were getting the most lag issues, honestly, which
is kind of funny.
Is very strange.
Because I was on my home network. But we ran into a troll who wiped the floor with us several times.
I lost all my items because of a glitch.
At that point, I realized something when we were fighting the troll. I realized that most people in the world are not as experienced at Dark Souls combat as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe Valheim's a lot harder than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Valheim was like, hey, we'll get friends in there and we'll like go fight monsters together and have a grand old time. And then the troll walked up and was like one-shotting us, and no one could get near the troll. And I was like, you just got a dodge roll. I was like, oh, wait. But if you mess up the dodge roll, you get crushed immediately.
You get one shot. Also, I hate how they do the dodge roll in that game. My brain cannot remember to hold down a button and then click. What is it? What's the dodge roll?
You're already blocking. So you just, when you're blocking and you want a dodge roll, you just hit jump.
My mindset isn't like block 100% of the time. So like, what if I want to dodge without having to block first? It was very hard for me to get my mind wrapped around.
I wonder if that's something in the like key bindings you could fix.
I didn't check. That's a great point. If there is, I would love that. I would love to change that to just a dodge button.
So this is getting a little real here, but because of like just my life, I struggle with the understanding that people are sick of doing things that I want them to do with me, and
okay.
And because people get pushed away by that and then don't want to do anything with me in my life, I have to like just guess when they're done and stop. And so we stopped playing like an hour or 2 hours into playing. And I found out later that like Marion and Sam both wanted to keep playing. And I was like, oh, let's do something else.
Oh, they did? Oh.
And so I was like, oh, darn. Why do I have this problem with me as a human being in my life?
Oh, sadness. I appreciated us switching. So there you go. There's some honesty on my part.
I think those were the vibes I was picking up.
Well, I'm sorry if my vibes diluted the other vibes. I didn't mean for that to be the case.
That's cool. What I'm saying is I think there'll be more Valheim in the future, which makes me excited. Also, our friend Cody picked up Valheim. He's playing it for the first time a few days ago.
Oh, nice. So he picked up Valheim and Gunfire?
Here's what's funny. What actually happened was we all played on the first. We played Valheim. And on the second, Marion was like, let's play games. I was like, let's play games. And Sam was already on playing Gunfire. And we were like, let's play Valheim. We got on. We saw Sam on Gunfire. And Marion was like, if I had to pick, I'd pick Gunfire. I was like, sure, let's do that for tonight. So we got on Gunfire. And then I noticed Cody was playing Valheim. And I was like, now I want to play Valheim with Cody because he's never played before. And he's like learning how to do everything. And then I was like, okay, well, Cody, what if Gunfire is $9 right now? What if you just got Gunfire?
Nice.
And he's like, well, let me see it. And so we booted it up and I shared screen and we played it. And it was really fun. Have you heard about what we did last night yet?
No.
We did the speed run.
I saw the achievements on Steam, yeah.
We completed normal mode in 29 minutes and 59 seconds.
No.
To get the achievement of beating it in under 30 minutes.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
We were screaming in the last boss fight. It was like the last boss has those 4 stages where he's invincible between them, right?
Yep.
We got him into his final stage of vulnerability with 10 seconds left.
What?
And we were just screaming. We were going, shoot him, get him. And then I died and Sam is still shooting him. And it's just like, ah. And then it pops and we get the achievement and we all just cheered. And then we tried to do it on elite mode. And we tried like 5 times. It's
Yikes,
so
dog.
hard.
Yeah, that sounds like everyone needs to have a maxed out account or something.
We were trying our best. We got pretty close. We actually got up into like the second to last stage with I think like 3 minutes left or something like that.
Oh,
which
wow.
I don't think that was going to be enough time, but it was pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Gunfire, still fun. I hit max level.
Congratulations. That's very nice.
I only have one more weapon to unlock, and I need to kill 50 arrogant lobsters with fire specifically. And
so just every time you get to that zone, only use fire weapons, basically.
Yeah, and I tell people like, don't shoot the arrogant lobsters. They are mine.
They're mine.
Everyone knows not to shoot the arrogant lobsters. And if great. I see one, because if you're lucky, you get like 4 of them that spawn in a run.
Mm-hmm. And
I have to kill 50. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That's a lot of arrogant lobsters, let me tell you. I'm no arrogant lobster professional, but anyone can tell you that.
I will say I own a PS5. I have a shockingly low amount of things to say about it.
That's fair. I think I didn't I? I think I was the same way. It's like I don't know what to do with this for a really long. I'm playing PS4 games on my PS5.
But that's why I bought mine, was to play PS4 games. I played some more Horizon. I turned down the difficulty, and I think I'm having more fun with it.
That's good.
And I played 2 levels of Astrobot, and that seems like a very well-made game. But
yes,
just not my thing, really. 3D platformers just seem kind of
really. Yeah. Did you play Mario Odyssey?
Yeah, I really liked Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
I didn't get all of the moons. I like got through the credits of it.
Okay. I really felt like the Astro thing was like very much a Sony rendition of Mario Odyssey. It was so good. I loved it.
Yeah, the visuals of it are great. The music, fantastic. I loved playing it. I loved everything about it, except it's just not really complex. It's not supposed to be, though. It's not trying to be.
Yeah.
But it's just like, not super engaging to me. I'm like, I jump from platform to platform.
Have you gone through all 4 worlds, though?
I've done the jungle and I've done the water level.
Oh, okay. And you didn't like the monkey grabbing thing? Wasn't like amazing?
That was great. I really liked the monkey.
Yeah. Each world has its own like little gimmick for the controller. Mm-hmm. Really, the whole game is just a controller demo, honestly. Mm-hmm. So I don't want you to think like their other 4 levels are just jumping and playing like, or jumping in platforms. They do a lot of cool things with the controller. The spaceship is very cool. If you haven't gotten to the spaceship yet, the way it works with the adaptive triggers and the rumble, it's so cool. It's a really cool, and I like how short it is too. It's a very short game. Even if you want the platinum on it, it'll take like, I think I played like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours total, and I got every achievement.
Sweet. That's that. Any other games for you?
Nice. No, other than you have Apple Arcade, right?
I do have Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade a few days ago got a massive game dump on it, which I would 100% recommend checking out. And a lot of the games are just App Store games that you can go regular buy for like $3. They just put them on Apple Arcade, but they're free and they're amazing.
Okay.
Man,
and up until now, everything on Apple Arcade has been exclusive to Apple Arcade, right? So this is new that they have the option to buy them.
I would say most of them have been like exclusive. So this is the first time for them to be like, hey, here's all these games that you could go buy, but you just have access to them. Like Badland, Cut the Rope Remastered, which is I've been having so much fun playing Cut the Rope. Don't Starve Pocket Edition, just all of Don't Starve and Apple Arcade. Fruit Ninja, a bunch of Sudokus. Mini Metro. Have you ever played Mini Metro?
I love Mini Metro.
Yeah, just there it is. Mini Metro.
Wait, didn't Mini Metro launch on Apple Arcade?
This is Mini Metro Plus. I think it was like a knockoff, not a knockoff, but like a mini sequel. I think the one that was already on there.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm looking in the list, like released April 2nd, Mini Metro Plus. This is just the one that you just go buy on the App Store.
Oh.
So the one that was already on here, I think must have been like a different, or like a mini sequel.
I remember that destroying my battery. Like
Mini Metro, really?
Yeah, like something about running it would just be dead immediately.
Oh, that's hilarious. You got Reigns. Have you played Reigns? It's like the card swipe game where you have to be like a king. And it like
I've seen it. I've not played it.
So that's just on there. You know, Oregon Trail. Daniel, have you heard of Taiko no Tatsujin Pop Tap Beat?
That sounds strangely familiar.
It's like it got this little.
Oh, I love that. I've not seen an app, but I've seen that game, like the arcade game. I love that game.
I have too. It is now on Apple Arcade, and so I downloaded it as a joke, and it's pretty fun.
I believe you. I already knew that.
It is very Japanese. It's a lot for me, even me, but it's still fun. You know, you open up and they're like, you know, like fireworks, and I'm like, whoa, oh gosh, Keaton would be so proud right now. But yeah, basically, if you have Apple Arcade, like go check out the games they just put on there. You know, they're all ad free. They're all free with the subscription. No in-app purchases. Good stuff.
Alrighty. I was reminded that we also played some of that anniversary or the April Fool's Day Overwatch.
Oh yes,
with Big May.
We did.
I love Big May. I don't want Big May to ever leave.
That was a really fun night for me. Because, well, first off, I love Overwatch, but also it didn't. I have every loot box item right now, and in the mode we were playing, it wasn't eligible for any kind of like reward or anything. Like I was literally just playing that night to have fun, and it was really nice.
You could do that every night.
No, I can't. It's not like a mentality option. If there's a reward out there that I want to get, I'm playing to get the reward. I mean, let's be honest.
What if you stopped looking at the rewards?
That's not an option. If it's a game if it's a game I'm passionate about, I want the rewards. Like no question. I want that Hades achievement because it's a great game, you know?
Think about how much you were complaining about Hades, which is a game you like because of the achievements. What if you just stopped playing when you were bored with Hades and you just had only good memories about Hades?
I want the achievements because I like the game. Like I said, it's not a choice for me. It's not a I can just reach in my brain and go, no. But now when I play Hades, it will be from that standpoint where it is almost like a piece where it's like I'm playing this just to have fun, just because it's a fun game. There's nothing I care about right now in terms of this. So it was fun to play Overwatch from that standpoint.
Okay, Big May is Bay.
True that. Very true.
Big May is Big Bay.
Oh.
What else? Flying Reaper was cool. Flying Sigma was fantastic.
Oh, so fun. I loved him. Yeah. Torbjorn was very strong.
Scary. Torbjorn was very scary.
I didn't actually play him the whole night, oddly enough.
That is very strange.
I'd never queued for damage. Everyone else did.
What's weird was that I liked playing Symmetra the most, even though all she got was a longer range. I don't even think I noticed longer range. I just, you know what? Symmetra's just fun.
Symmetra is just fun. I absolutely agree. I think she might be my next golden gun.
Nice. Sweet. All right, that is basically it for games. I have one more I've saved, the small one.
Oh, it's a small one after all?
It's my insurance policy.
Oh.
I have you know that you might have a target on your back with some exploding kisses later.
Oh no.
I sat down and played some Omori today.
Oh, very good. How much? Like how far more behind am I now?
I completed the junkyard, which is where I was. I
didn't know there was a junkyard. Oops.
I met Pluto for our friend Keaton who purchases the game. He'll know what that means, and I love him. He's fantastic.
Is he best boy?
I don't know if I'd call him best boy yet. Maybe he becomes best boy.
Okay. Is it Goofy's dog?
No.
Okay.
But you can just keep imagining that so that when you meet him, it will be even funnier.
Great. Wonderful.
Anyways, Omori seems fun. I want to play it more streamed to my laptop. I found it has no cloud save, which is bad. So
that is weird. Like that there should not be a reason that's a thing.
I downloaded it on my laptop and then I went to play it and it was like new game. And I was like, no, I do not want to play a new game. But thankfully I was just downstairs in my house. And so I was able to just, instead of play, just go to like stream from the PC. And that game is like 680 pixels wide. And it's like, so of course it streamed perfectly. Like I didn't notice at all that it was being streamed. So I'm going to probably just play it around the house more, maybe play on my phone or something like that with my fancy new router.
You can do it like old school style where you go into Steam and you say like export my save file. Isn't that a thing you can do? Like back up this game and then put that like on a Dropbox folder or something. And then every time you want to play it, import it into Steam.
I could just go and find the save file in my...
Oh, that's true. It's probably a super...
app data, local low, whatever.
.txt file.
Yeah, exactly. I tried doing that with Valheim characters because I wanted to copy my character to have a multiplayer version and a single player version. And it's not just like a plain text file. It's like more complicated than that.
Darn.
Anyways, that's been my week in games. How about you? Anything else?
Cool. No, that's been my fortnight in games.
I think that'll bring us hot into the best part of the podcast, the email section of the podcast. You can send these emails over to the patientplayerspodcast@gmail.com. Again, that is patientplayerspodcast@gmail.com. And we will get those emails and answer them for you live during the live recording over on the Twitch channel and on the podcast. And they can be about anything. They can be about video games. They can be about life. They can be about current events. We might like have not a lot to say about that, but whatever. This question comes in from longtime listener, first time emailer. It says, greetings, patient Daniel and Jordan. It's Isaiah, or Isaiah, aka listener of the podcast.
Nice.
Not sure if you have answered a question like this, but did you guys ever get to experience renting games or movies from Blockbuster or any rental storefront? If so, what was your favorite game and movie to replay and rewatch? For example, I loved renting Double Dragon and Battletoads games and just replaying them with my brother in the mid to late 90s. For my movie, it has to be Three Ninjas. And for me, the experience was so special just to walk into the rental store, look at all the games and movie covers, see what games were new, etc. Did you guys get to experience that? Thank you, Isaiah. Sent from my T-Mobile 4G LTE device. Get Outlook for Android.
This email brought to you by Outlook. Very nice. Wow, great question. Game rentals and or movie rentals. Goodness. Man, do you remember GameFly?
Yes, I remember the service. I did not have it, but I do remember it.
I think GameFly is still a thing. I think they are still in business. Yes. Wow, I got a subscription when I was like, I don't know, 13, and my mind was heckin' blown.
Video games coming to me!
Video games for a subscription, and when I'm done, I send them back? Incredible. I don't remember most of the games I got, but that's how I played Ocarina of Time on 3DS.
Oh, that's
very
a good one.
fun. And I played Pilot Wings on 3DS also. Mostly, I guess I got 3D games from it, or 3DS games from it. But that's all I can remember from that. It's a really cool concept, and I wonder how much they charge like nowadays, if that's like, worth it.
Redbox still carries console games.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a Redbox at the gas station I go to, and I'm always just like, oh, I could get The Division 2, I guess, if I really wanted to.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I do remember the old rental stores, the Blockbusters, the ancient ones. I had this fun thing growing up when I was a kid where my dad would always take me to a Blockbuster after I got my hair cut as like good job getting your haircut.
For getting your...
I don't... As an adult, no clue why I needed a reward for getting my hair cut. But as a kid, I was like, well, yeah.
At least he didn't take you fishing.
I got my hair cut. Like, of course we're going to Blockbuster. I remember we rented Glover, the Nintendo 64 game.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like Banjo and Kazooie if you played as a giant glove that rolled a ball around.
Did you say Banjo and Kazooie?
Oh no, what have I triggered? What dark magic is about to happen in Jordan's room? Oh, he's just gone. Apparently he just hates Banjo and Kazooie so much. Oh, he's back. Something's happening. Oh, it's the amiibo thing. Hi, Banjo.
I got my Banjo-Kazooie amiibo. Isn't it beautiful?
It is. It looks really, really good.
It's beautiful. I don't really open most of my amiibos these days, but fun fact, I mean, obviously it's on there, but just it's still a fun fact. It just has the Microsoft trademark on the bottom of it. So it's funny seeing an amiibo and looking at the bottom, it says Microsoft. And you're like, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Glover was a fun one I rented. I remember trying to rent a game called Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, which was a fun like platformer. And
like the cereal guy? Wait, no, I'm thinking of Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger.
No,
never mind.
This was a action platformer where you threw lots of boomerangs. I went to rent it, and then I walked to the counter with my mom, and we like put it down, and the guy like went to ring it up and like looked at me, like looked at her, looked at the game, like looked at her, and like scanned it, and then we like put it in the bag. He was like, you know that this is like not a kid's game? And we were like, what? And apparently someone had put behind the display version of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, they'd put like, I don't even know, like Manhunt or something. Like it was like a horrible game. And I just grabbed it thinking it was Ty. So I didn't get Ty that day, but I did get it another day. I did rent it like a couple years later.
Oh no, dude.
It was mediocre. It was all right.
Ooh.
I remember inevitably me and my sister, when we would rent games or my parents would rent games for us, we would always get just right to the end and then not finish them. So my dad would have to like extend it for a week every time.
That's how they get you.
I've had a few disappointing ones. I played a Wii Dragon Quest game that I rented where you have to like slash the slimes with the Wiimote. And I got to the last boss and died and had to go to bed and give the game back in the morning. And I never beat that game.
No.
It's like the worst feeling when you can't complete a rented game.
That's brutal. But is that harder or easier as an adult? If you had to rent a game and beat it before returning it?
See, the thing is, as an adult, you have money to just buy it. So then it's like,
fair.
Then you buy it, you don't finish it, and it just sits on your shelf for 9 years. It's not like you have to give it back. You just still never beat it because now you're too busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A funny movie rental story where I was visiting some out-of-town family, so we were in another city, and I had my friend with me for some reason. I don't remember why he was with me visiting my grandma, but he was with me, and we were visiting my grandma. And to like keep us entertained, my mom rented us a movie. We rented Disney's Atlantis 2. Have you seen Atlantis 2?
I haven't seen Atlantis 2.
I remember it being phenomenal as a little kid.
Oh, really?
It's probably bad, but as a kid, you don't care. You just think it's cool. The cool stuff is happening.
Mm-hmm. And the characters are back. Wow, and an exciting sequel.
The DVD had a scratch.
Uh-huh.
And about 2/3 of the way through the movie, it just stopped.
Oh, no.
And we couldn't like skip past it. It was just donezo. Like we couldn't finish the movie.
Are you telling me to this day you don't know how Atlantis 2 ends?
No, I'm telling you that my poor parents had to drive back to the rental store, exchange the copy, and then bring it back so we could finish Atlantis 2.
MVPs right there. That's incredible. Man, I think all the time, all the things that like my parents had to do for little stupid old fat me when I was younger. And I'm thinking like, oh man, and my kids are going to do stupid things like that? I'm going to have to like put up with that? How did they do that? Oh my, just like chill and like, holy snaps. I'm afraid I'm just going to be like, no, quit being stupid. But like my parents are like toughed it out. I'm like, wow, like I guess I don't give them enough credit as I should for a lot of things.
Take us to the next email, Jordan.
Okay, next email. It says, hello, patient players. I have 2 questions for you today. This one email is titled Faves and Unfaves. Question 1, what has been your favorite game to play so far this year? And question 2, what has been your least favorite? From Miranda. Thank you, Miranda. Woohoo.
Well, this year has already felt like a million years to me because of all my life circumstances. So this might be hard for me to reach back in my memory banks and remember.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna start this one off?
Well, favorite game for me, absolutely Hades, like hands down.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no question about it. I'm thinking what my least favorite game is. Is it sad that Animal Crossing came to mind as my first? As my first, I was like, no, I can't say that. Stop, don't give him ammo.
The denial is coming in. It's coming in.
Like there has to be. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! There we go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Valheim.
Which is funny because those are probably my favorite ones. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man,
Valheim's been a lot of fun. I don't know if I would call it my favorite of the year. Gunfire has been really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to beat Gunfire, though. Heave Ho is good too, but those are like 2 very different kinds of games.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I did like Dragon Ball, but I'm not going to put that one out there as my favorite. I'm just looking through like my history on Steam.
Oh, that's smart.
But yeah, I think I'd probably got to go with Gunfire with Valheim at a close second. That game's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, you did max out your account and all.
If I had time to play more games, I bet you Crosscode would very quickly become my favorite of the year. Like,
oh, have you played any more? I guess you haven't because you didn't mention it.
No. I mean, in my head, Omori and Crosscode take up the same mind space of like games that Keaton likes that I should play.
Yeah. There can only be one game that Keaton likes that I'm playing right now.
Well, it's more this like I don't have a ton of time to play games, and so it's going to be like if I'm not playing Gunfire or Overwatch or Valheim with my friends and I'm playing a single player game, it's like, okay, well now do I play any of these PS4 games that I bought a $500 console for, or do I play this $10 Steam game that I got? So I want to play more Crosscode though. The first couple hours have been really fun.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Least favorite.
And least favorite doesn't necessarily mean bad game,
Half Life Alyx.
Okay, nice. Yeah, makes sense.
Shoot, Jordan.
Oh, what?
I played Evil Genius 2.
Oh my gosh, dude.
This bi-weekly thing is killing me.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I played Evil Genius 2. No, surprise. We need to go back.
Put a pause on the question and answer segment. That email's done anyways.
We need to go back and put it at the beginning of the podcast so people can listen to it.
It's fine.
Guys, I played Evil Genius 2.
You played, yes.
I like Evil Genius a lot.
Wait, this game. Questions.
You have questions for Evil Genius 2?
Down. Yes. Because you were playing it the other night and you weren't on Discord or anything. And I reached out and I was like, I want to see how this game is. Can you like start streaming it so I can look around? And so I was like writing down questions that I had about it. It looks real good.
It's very similar to the first game. They changed a few things a lot, but they changed honestly everything I would have. Like,
wow.
It's crazy. The world map and like sending your minions out to earn money and stuff is way streamlined. It's way easier and it's way more passive, which is great because I liked not having to think about it and wanting to focus on my base. And they've really made it so you can kind of do that. And like you might have to load it up and make a few quick decisions, but it's not like you're like gauging how angry you're making all these countries and stuff like that. It's really fun. What are your questions? Where do I start? Evil Genius 2.
So like, is there a goal to the game? Because I was watching you play and I was like, what is the end goal? Is it like Roller Coaster Tycoon where it's like, oh, I won the map and now there's like 18 more maps for me to play on and whatnot,
The goal is world domination, Jordan.
Oh, and then is it like a pop-up that says you win, like you can't play anymore, or is it like is there free play afterwards? Is there a point to free play afterwards?
So in the first game, I don't know if they've continued this trend, but in the first game, you win when you complete your Doomsday device because you now have the capability to threaten the whole world, and therefore they all have to listen to you. I don't know if that's how it is in the new game.
Okay, that's exciting.
I allowed the tutorials to start when I started playing the game because I wanted to see what had changed, and honestly, not a lot of it had changed, but a few things had, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm glad I did the tutorial, but I'm still, because I'm in the tutorial still, the objective is just make your first technician minion. It's not take over the world yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have main objectives, you have side objectives that pop up, and then you have randomly generated optional objectives that give you money. Like you need to go train 10 guards or complete this many missions on the world map, and you just get money for doing those things.
Okay, nice.
What other questions you have?
So in most of the marketing, they list 4 main villains as your choice. Do you get to choose from all 4 of them just right off the bat? Is there more than 4 that you can unlock later? And which one did you choose, and why did you choose them?
I chose the suggested default because it's kind of like your balanced heavy light kind of thing. So it's I chose Maximilian, who's the bald guy that's on all the art.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like the mascot on all the art.
He's the Mario of Evil Genius. You also have the Luigi, which is the one where you are able to your henchmen are better because you have minions, which are the guys you can't control. You just tell them what to do generally. Then you have henchmen, which they're your hero characters. So they have special abilities to fight off invading agents and stuff like that. So you have one guy that where your play style is more around your henchman. So he doesn't do as good at earning money or doing that kind of thing, but he has really powerful henchmen. There's another one where it's you get a lot of buffs on the world map, earning money and power and stuff like that, but you don't get any of the other bonuses that the other guys get. So you can, it's either a general mastermind or you get a very specifically focused one. And there are 4. I don't think there are more.
Okay.
They haven't told me yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can unlock them. But
cool.
I chose the even one. I also chose the suggested island, which is the first island, because it has a nice balance of they have starting zones, and then if you pay enough money, you can dig deeper into the zone and make floors. That's a new addition in the sequel. The first game just had a single layer, but this game you literally can have up to 7 or 8 floors with stairs and stuff.
Oh, that is so cool. I have access to this game through your copy, and I downloaded it on the day it came out because I'm starting to be very interested in its gameplay, especially after you showed it to me.
Yeah, it's fun. That's
cool.
Any other questions?
No, that's all I got. If we want to head back to question and answer segment.
Okay. Anyways, Evil Genius is great. I wouldn't say it's my favorite for the year yet, but I'm gonna play more.
Sweet.
Too many things to play. Crosscode, Evil Genius. I don't know.
I know, dude.
All right. Back to questions. That's the end of that question, right? We have our last question now.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Final question. Now, this one. Let me see here. Have we ever received an email from Jacketh Starhorn before?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, who is that?
The space pirate guy, right?
No. He's not the pirate. The pirate has the funny pirate talk.
Yeah, I searched our inbox for Jacketh Starhorn, and there are 4 other.
Okay, this is the starship captain, not the pirate captain.
Yes.
Okay.
The journey on the UE needle through the Vexian Rift.
Okay. Well, Jacketh continues the email to us from previously. It is day 5 of my journey through the Vexian Rift. I've decided to leave the ship after much contemplation, and though it took a while, I was finally able to manually free the hatch. From the inside of the ship, it looked like we had landed in some kind of trash heap, but now that I stand before it, it seems to be more like a trash cave. A dim light shines between the cracks of bent metal on the ceiling, but I can't see enough of the outside to get a bearing on where we landed. As I turned to look at the ship we landed in, I noticed that there was a question spray painted on the side of the ship. This question was scratched out and replaced with text in erratic handwriting. It said, "What 5 male video game characters do you think are the hottest?"
Oh no, what?
He got us! Wait a second. Does that mean that Keaton hacked into Kay's messages? Because there was a message originally written, and then scratched out and replaced. So
That
K has
question
been
was
leaving.
scratched out and replaced. Oh my word, you're right.
So
I didn't even catch on to that.
Kay was leaving messages with Jacketh, but Keaton decided to just once again hack into our emails any way he knows how.
He didn't hack in. He literally found the ship and replaced a message. That is
the ultimate hack.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's the old school hack. We like with a stone and a chisel and stone.
To be fair, you did tell him to do this.
Did I?
You told him to write this question in if he wanted us to answer it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I guess. Good. I'm not prepared for this kind of question. This is something I need to know beforehand. 5 hottest male video game characters. Sephiroth comes to mind as one.
You like that? You like that's your type? Sephiroth is your type?
I don't like that, but he just comes to mind. I'm just like, who else am I supposed to say to this question?
All the shirtless characters from Smash Bros. You know, Shulk, Sephiroth.
No, I don't know about Shulk, but goodness, I don't know who to say for the other 4. Can we come up with 5 together? Because he didn't say both of us.
All right.
If we can, you might be able to.
We can keep Sephiroth there if you want, if you really want to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna nominate Me. Like MII.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely on there.
Okay.
Chat is suggesting Handsome Jack.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. That is
Okay.
100%. Like it's in his name.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Handsome Jack. I mean,
Yes. Oh my word.
So there's 3, obviously. Gotta go with Solid Snake with the skin tight stealth suit.
I can get behind that.
Yep. No, we're not gonna go with Banjo. He's not a man. Banjo is not a man.
He says male video game characters.
That's good correction. Okay.
So
I think Banjo's ugly.
What is Kirby? Does Kirby have a gender?
Kirby is referred to as a he.
Is Kirby going to be our 5th hottest video game character? Kirby is like the ultimate answer because Kirby can just suck in another hot character and then now Kirby is hot.
No. The answer is obviously the little fire jump out of lava guy from Mario Odyssey.
Oh, just because it's hot.
Yeah, it's the hottest video game character.
Is it male though?
What are those called? Those called the Pokies are the desert ones.
Yeah.
What are the fire? They have names. Everything has names.
Are you
right?
gonna Google its name and what gender it is, or are you just gonna look at a photo of it?
Is it a Potaboo? Yeah, Potaboo. What is it?
Huh?
Fire bubbles. They're fireball-like creatures or enemies that are commonly found in the Super Mario series. Okay, I gotta look if there's a gender.
Potaboo.
This is male, female.
Weird.
Is Potaboo male? The second question on Google is Monty Mole a bad guy?
Okay, wait.
Monty Mole a boy or a girl?
Is Potaboo like its Japanese name? Because do Japanese words have like masculine and feminine?
It's also called a Potaboo in Zelda.
Wait.
Potaboo's our winner. I don't care.
Okay, we're going with Potaboo for our 5th male hottest character.
Potaboo. So what was that? It was Sephiroth, Me, Handsome Jack. Who was number 4?
I just had it. Oh, Solid Snake.
Solid Snake and Potaboo. There you go. The top 5 hottest male characters in video games.
Yep. And we have a last question on Discord. If you would like me to read
I've
that.
got it here. I've got it here.
Wonderful.
The question is, what have you done to me, Jordan? I just re-downloaded Fruit Ninja.
Yes. Incredible. Dude, I also downloaded Fruit Ninja and I was playing it and I was like, oh yeah, this is a good game. Yeah, Fruit Ninja. And then I deleted it.
You know they have it for VR.
Yeah, I do. I have not played it. I really would like to get it and try it out sometime. But
I think it's native on the Quest, so you wouldn't even need to like stream it, or you just have it with you always.
Goodness, I got to get me a Quest one of these days when I care enough.
It's crazy that the newest, most successful Oculus hardware is only $300.
it still blows my mind. It should not be $300. It's crazy. That's crazy. I wonder when the next one's going to come out and what they can even do to improve upon it. I guess just better frame rate, better. Didn't you get an update recently where you can up the frame rate?
Yeah, I mean, there's been like mod software that's let you bump it up to 80 or 90.
But this is like official update.
Yeah, but this is in the built-in software now. You can bump it up to 90. It does lower the resolution, I think.
That's fine, right? Or which do you like better?
Well, I swapped it back and forth when I was trying to figure out what that stuttering issue was on my network. But I think I still left it on the base 72. But now that I'm using with the Steam Link, I'll probably bump it back up to 90.
Nice. Nice.
Boy, what a fun episode. Thank you guys for joining us. If you did join us live, it's a little late. Thank you guys. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. He's alive.
Alrighty. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys in another 2 weeks. That's going to be our second and final April Patient Players podcast. It's weird. We're only doing 2 a month now with this bi-weekly schedule.
Oh my word, you're right. Yeah. That is kind of weird.
We're going to see on April 19th for episode 77 of the Patient Players podcast. And we'll be talking about more games, probably more Valheim in our future, almost certainly.
77. It's going to be our last episode. It's the double number of completion. That's it.
No, didn't we already? What number was supposed to be our last episode? We already had that figured out.
Like we did.
I think like episode 13. We said something about like the final episode.
13? Oh my goodness.
Someone in chat, like, does someone remember this? This was a joke. Oh no, it was supposed to be episode 50. We kept meaning to say it was our like celebration episode, and then you were like, our final episode. And we're like, right. No, not our final episode. That's what it was. That's what it was. We've made it well past our final episode.
Okay, yeah, true that.
All right, thanks for joining us,
everyone. Get diabetes on your candy. Remember the real reason for Easter, which isn't chocolate and plastic eggs. Go watch the Easter VeggieTales. It's so good. I want to watch it tomorrow. I'm glad I thought of that.
Well, if you guys want to join in on the next episode, email us at patientplayerspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for everyone who emailed in. You make the podcast what it is. And you can join us on the official Patient Players Discord where we're hanging out. We're playing Gunfire. We're playing Valheim. All that stuff over at patientplayers.com/Discord. In the meantime, enjoy your 2 weeks. We will see you again then. Signing off. Adios. Goodbye.
Goodbye.